What is up, guys? Aaron here, and we are back with our GT testing. And in this video, we're going to be going over the GT3. So the GT3 is the only driver head in this family that has adjustability in the head. So it can go 2 clicks to the toe, 2 clicks towards the heel to help combat that slice or hook or whatever you got going on. It also helps better players if they have a shot or a golf course that they need to hit cuts on, that they need to hit draws on. It helps them with that as well. So the GT3 is still a 460cc head, meaning it's the biggest one that you can have, the biggest footprint you can have, legally have at least. But it's going to be a little bit lower spinning and a little bit more of a bomber's paradise than the GT2. In general, what I'm expecting from the GT3 compared to the GT2, first of all, if you haven't seen a GT2 review, go watch that. It should be out by now. So what I'm expecting compared to the GT2 is off-center strikes, going to be a little bit less forgiving. I'm still expecting them to go a long way, but they're going to be more offline, supposedly. That's what I'm expecting. But if we catch one in the middle, it's going to be a little bit lower spinning, a little bit hotter, and it's going to go a little bit farther. So here we go. Let's get into it. All right, so that felt like our first real good strike of the day with the GT3. A little bit lower ball speed than the GT2, 149 smash. I might just not have hit it as well. A little bottomy maybe. Spin rate looks good, carry 301, total 324. All the numbers seem to look good, just a little bit lower ball speed. I might have mishit it a little bit, but we'll see. All righty, let's hit a few more. Really try and get that ball speed up a little bit. So that's a really bad strike right there. Yeah. I mean, it's just going to be a little bit less forgiving than the GT2. Like, I really feel like if I took that same swing with the GT2, obviously it's still going to be left. That's user error. But it's not going to be as left, and it's going to get up a little bit more too. So, I mean, kind of what I expected. GT3, definitely not as forgiving. But because I haven't really middled one yet, we're going to try and do that now. 179, 181, 181. A little bit of an overdraw there. Might have shut the face a little bit, but that's what we expect from the GT3 right there. I mean, club speed jumped up, ball speed jumped up. 149 smash, 327 total, spun at 22. It's just a little bit less forgiving. Like I said, those off-center hits a little bit, caught that one again, a little bit off the toe, and it's missed the fairway. Versus the GT2, when I did that, it was still relatively straight, and we didn't lose that much distance either. All right, so we still have yet to really pound one, so let's try and do that now. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's about, I feel like, all I got out of the GT3. 177 ball. I know I have more in the tank, but I hit that pretty well. 293 carry, 327 total. Smash factor 148, so we hit it pretty well. That spin just dropped to 1700. So maybe I caught it a little high on the face, but if that's going to be a miss off the top of the face, not off the top, but a little bit high, we're going to live with that all day. Alrighty, so overall thoughts on the GT3 is that it's as advertised. So I think for your better player, better ball striker that really knows where the center of the face is with a driver, I think this driver is going to be awesome. It's going to be probably the hottest driver that you can play within reason. I'm impressed again, not quite as impressed as I was with the GT2, but this driver is not supposed to be as forgiving as the GT2. I guess I was so blown away by the GT2 that everything else is kind of out of the frame of reference for now. And one last thing I want to say with this GT series is I think Titleist has been really smart with their marketing for it. I think a lot of companies, especially in the past few years with their driver releases, tend to get too big. They think too big. They try to say it's the farthest, it's the most forgiving, and it's the lowest spinning. Well, in the testing that we've seen, and especially in the fittings that I've done for drivers, that's not really a thing. It's either one or the other. Ping, for example, really, really, really forgiving drivers. The G430 10K is probably the most forgiving driver on the market right now, but it spins a ton. You know, it does. It spins a bunch. Your better player, like that's why Sahith Theegala, who is a Ping guy, plays the low spin version. He doesn't play the 10K. But with this series, Titleist hasn't done that. They are saying, you know, is it going to have elements of forgiveness? Yeah. But it's not going to be the most forgiving driver in the world, but we'll tell you what it does do. It goes farther than everybody else. And from what I've seen so far, that's pretty damn true. So I hope you guys enjoyed the GT3 review, testing and review. And next video is going to be the low spin monster, the GT4. So stay tuned for that. I haven't hit it yet, but I think there's going to be some big numbers there. So stay tuned and make sure you hitting that subscribe button down below, and we'll catch you on the next one.